Special Selectmen's Meeting at the North Haven Memorial Library Community Room, May 1st, 2007 at 1 p.m. My name is Kevin Kopetz, and I'm the first selectman of the Board of Selectmen. To my left is third selectwoman Janet McCarty, and to my right is second selectman William Mitchell. We have listed on our agenda two items besides the third item of an adjournment. The first two items, these items I will read. The first is to discuss the employment of public employees Patricia C. and Joseph J. Iarardi, their applications to retire under the Town of North Haven amended and restated pension plan for general employees, and the town's obligations, rights, and options pursuant to applicable agreements, plans, policies, and laws. And then two, to consider whether to convene an executive session to discuss the employment of the public employees Patricia C. and Joseph J. Iarardi, their applications to retire under the Town of North Haven amended and restated pension plans for general employees, and the town's obligations, rights, and options pursuant to applicable agreements, plans, policies, and laws. These two items were placed in such a manner so that it is not necessarily a foregone conclusion that the matter would be convened into executive session and would be a matter that is open to the public. There is the possibility under the Freedom of Information Act that there could be a request by the individual employees that the matter be held in an open meeting. Section 1-200 of the Connecticut General Statutes provides executive sessions means a meeting of a public agency at which the public is excluded for one of the more following purposes: a discussion concerning the appointment, employment, performance, evaluation, health, or dismissal of a public officer or employee, provided that such individual may require that the discussion be held at an open meeting. As part of the process for here today, a letter was sent to both Mr. Iarardi and to Ms. Iarardi informing them of this particular meeting here. We have not heard to date that the matter is being requested to be held in an open meeting, and I don't know if there is any request at this point in time that from Mr. Iarardi or Ms. Iarardi that the matter be held in an open meeting as opposed to being considered for executive session. Okay, I believe the indication is that for executive session that you're not requesting an open meeting, and Mr. Iarardi and Ms. Iarardi have both nodded their heads there. So the question then goes is to consider whether to convene this meeting in executive session to discuss the employment issues as set forth in the agenda, and with the permission of the third selectwoman and the second selectman, I would like to ask Mr. O'Brien, the attorney from hired to represent the interests of the town of North Haven in regard to these and other matters, if he would please advise us initially on the issue regarding the executive session and the need therefore.
Well, you've asked me to advise the town concerning the rights and obligations it has with respect to the employment of the individuals and their current applications for pensions with the town. This is really the first time that the board will have considered these issues. They involve legal matters potentially impinging on the pending criminal proceedings, and also legal matters that could result in, frankly, litigation and potential liability on the town, depending on what actions you take. I think that you ought to take those possibilities into account when you decide whether to meet privately or to meet in public to consider these issues. Is there anything else you'd like me to address?
At this point in time, no. I would like to, do you have anything else to add to that, County Attorney Jeff D'Onofrio?
No, as Attorney O'Brien indicated, this is the first time that this board will have the opportunity to consider its rights, options, and obligations, both under applicable contract documents and policies and under applicable law. The executive session that potentially would occur involves the employment of 2 public employees, and my feeling is in order for there to be a comprehensive and candid discussion that does not in any way cause potential financial harm or harm the financial interests of the municipal corporation, that an executive session to discuss those employment issues would be certainly preferable.
Mr. McCarty, Mr. Mitchell.
Well, I find it ironic that we're talking about the town incurring expenses at this point regarding this issue. And I also always believe that municipal government should be as open as possible. But I also understand that they have a right to choose whether it's an executive session or not. But I know the rules of executive session will limit what the public will get to know about the discussion, and I think that is too bad.